As a child, my grandpa's house was my favorite place to hang out. My grandma would make lunch as my grandpa would sing and play his ukulele. As I walked around, I would always notice pictures on the walls of the house of this man I never knew. I would find out later that that was my great-grandfather. I never really knew much about him, so I decided to ask my grandfather about him. And this is what I got.
When he started the police department, he was a police dispatcher, and he only went to high school, and he started on Molokai, and he met Grandma. Grandma was working for the telephone company, and I don't know how long he was there, but he got married, and Grandpa stayed there as a police dispatcher till I was 11 years old. I was raised in Molokai.
My grandpa would go on about his time in the police force, but then also about his struggles in his time going there.
And I remember when he came to Maui, he was facing some challenges because people were, I don't know if they were prejudiced or if they were jealous because he was just a dispatcher and all of a sudden he's a sergeant. But Grandpa made his way all the way up to sergeant to lieutenant of the detectives. During his time, there were a lot of murders in Maui. A lot of murders he went to, a lot of autopsies he went to. I remember waking up early in the morning, hear the phone ring, and Papa would leave. And he would come home like the day after or 2 days after. And from detectives, he went to the jail for a little while before the county jail was run by police. And then after that, I think he went back to detectives, and then from there he went to assistant chief. He was the first police officer to learn the what you call that? The lie detector test. He was the first officer in Maui County to learn. He went to the mainland.
You learned how to take it?
He had to take a course. He had to go to, it was a college course, I think. He scored pretty high. And Grandma was telling him to go buy the machine so he could do that as a side job, but Grandpa was too tight. Nobody spent money. So that was it with his lie detector test. But Grandpa went to assistant chief. He wasn't a big man, but his thing was always backing up the men. Whatever he could. His job was to help people and not burn them or turn them in. His job was always to help people. That's why he had a lot of respect from a lot of police officers because he was small. He wasn't a big man, but they all respected him. And unfortunately, he got sick because I think he had a chance to be the number 2 deputy chief, but he got sick and he had to retire. And that's about it. I remember Grandpa.
All right, thank you. But he also built, what was that? He was a mechanic too?
He was a mechanic in the Air Force, but I don't know too much about that.
Oh, that was earlier.
Yeah, I don't know what year. I don't know how old he was, but he left high school. He left high school to go join the service, the Air Force. And I don't know if he came back after. That part I'm not clear.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I learned a lot about my grandfather. I learned a lot of interesting things that I never knew happened on the island, and I also learned about the man he was. I thought it was a very fun experience talking to my grandfather, and I can't wait to have talks like these again.